Bonjour. So I was hearing someone saying if we break up, it'll have to be you. And it's reminding me of projection when someone knows they're going to treat you badly. And when you hear it, it sounds so, we'll say, romantic because you think that they're saying that in a way that means they're never going to leave you because you'd have to be the one to leave. But it's really more of like a foreshadowing that they're warning you. They're kind of telling on themselves, and that's what happens when people project. It's like they want to give the impression that they've got your best interests at heart, but it's like they're almost telling you that they're not going to step up to the plate, and eventually they are going to do something that will cause you to have to leave. It's just they're not going to be the one to put the final nail in the coffin as far as actually saying we're breaking up. And I feel as though this message is about someone who has felt kind of blindsided by a situation that they thought was going to be there forever. So let's get straight into it. I'll actually go with these first today. Can we get more on this message, please? It's kind of giving that whole you deserve better than me vibe. When they say that, it's like, I know I'm not going to try to change to be better for you, so what you get, it's like they're trying to warn you, like, you deserve better, saying that knowing that they're not going to treat you better. It's like, yeah, you deserve better, but instead of me trying to be better, I'm just warning you that I'm not going to give you much. Okay, so let's get into it. Can we get more about this message, please? Full moon. Yes, the time has come. Okay, culmination of effort, completion, abundance, fulfillment, release, fruits of your labor, focused on your needs, harvest, and moving on. So maybe you've reached a certain point where I think we had the full moon on the 25th, didn't we? So it's been a couple of days past. Was it the 20th? I know we had the new moon, so it can't be the full moon then. We had the new moon on the 20th. Anyway, perhaps the next full moon is significant for you really to release this person and let go of what happened here with them. And maybe you've been working really hard on trying to move on from this. And that's the thing, even saying, hang on, let me get that. Yeah, those two cards that fell was broom, remove unwanted stuff, and then it was followed by the sun. So it's like you're about all this effort that you've been putting into yourself trying to move on from a certain situation and I guess potentially clean up the mess that this person left. You could have gone through a total makeover, but I think you've been trying to purge out a lot. And what I was saying is that you can't force yourself to be over something. When you're truly ready and you're truly over it, you will feel it. You can tell yourself, I've just got to be over this already. You can say that in your head and you can act to people around you like you're okay, but you won't ever truly be over it until you're actually ready. Your body will feel it. And I think that you can work really hard on it and try to distract yourself and all these things, but when you're truly ready to let go, you will, and I feel like you are. You could have just deleted this person from your phone, but I think that you've actively been trying to restore harmony in your life and internally as well. And whatever it is you're about to move on from, you're about to feel that big change. You're about to start feeling genuine happiness again. You're not forcing it. You're like, I feel so much lighter. I have energy again. I feel like powerful again. And this is also a divine masculine card. So it could be as well that I'm speaking to the masculine, but it could be that you are stepping into your masculine power, that go-getter energy, that like fighter wanting to get things done. 11 and 31, the letter A could be insignificant. New beginnings under the full moon. Number 1, the letter A again, but rabbit. The rabbits are all about fertility, new beginnings. I think this is what's happening here. You're about to release an old pattern. You're about to release some old negativity that you've been, even if you know you've been trying to get over it, but you've still been holding on in some way, shape or form. You're about to release this, and it's bringing a new beginning. The time has come to release this negative energy, close out this chapter of bad cycles, repeated patterns that don't serve you, and you're going to feel this sudden increase of not just happiness but drive, because it's that release is going to create a new beginning for you here. So when you're removing all these bad habits, negative opinions around you, negative people around you, just you want a clean sweep. And I think that by doing so, you're opening up yourself to new opportunities here and a lot of happiness. Queen of Air, so Aquarius, but within 2 to 4 weeks. During the winter, we're in summer here, but that time period could have been important for you. It could have been the start of you purging through this, these bad habits, these maybe even people that you've been spending time with. January 22nd to February 21st, but this is the star. So from you removing unwanted stuff from your life, breaking old patterns and cleaning up yourself externally and internally, you'll have a renewed sense of hope. There's so much positivity here. It's like you removing the old is welcoming in the new, which is going to make you happy. The star is all about wish fulfillment and having hope and believing in your dreams. And I feel like this culmination of effort has been you really working on yourself, and you're about to close out a cycle of unwanted things, people, places that is bringing you a fresh start. And it's like the star represents the hope that you've had throughout this cycle of removing this stuff, that there is something at the end of the tunnel, that the star is the light at the end of the tunnel that you've been hoping for by doing this clearing, this releasing, this letting go of stagnant energy and negative energy. And maybe even as well, there's certain people that you've deleted from your phone that you don't want to associate with anymore, things like that. Sun. And maybe this Queen of Air is someone that you have removed from your life. That was part of this negativity that you needed to clear out. Number 23, yarn. So there's complicated circumstances that you've been tied to for a long time that perhaps have unraveled for you. It caused a lot of hassles and problems in your life, and this is what you've been trying to clear out. I think that as well, perhaps this Queen of Air was someone that was stringing you along. But I think whatever the circumstances were, you've actively been trying to remove this from your life. And by doing so, by putting that effort in towards yourself and clearing out this energy, they're saying the time has come for a new beginning. And that's now. Yeah, someone that you constantly have arguments with. There's fighting, abusive, tense, painful, doing it again, snapped over and over again, kinky sex, anger, repetitive. This is someone that you, or I think it's not just a person, it's a lot of things. I think it's a person, but I think it's certain people in general and circumstances that have caused a lot of chaos in your life, caused a lot of arguments, fighting. Underneath that, you've got destiny. So this is something that you've been divinely guided through. You've probably been getting signs and synchronicities a lot, and you've probably been getting certain intuitive nudges for a long time to remove these people or places, situations, all of the above from your life. And now you've finally been putting in the work. You're about to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You had to go through these crisis moments, these sorrowful moments, these fated moments. The trials were basically forging you into the person that can have this new beginning and have a fresh start here. Okay. Alright, what is your current situation? Actually, no, I'll get the energy first around you. What is the energy around this main collective, please? What is your main focus right now? Water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but emotions, deep emotions. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. And distance. So you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So I think that because this is the energy around you, perhaps there is a water sign that you have been hoping to hear from, or this is one of those people that you've been trying to remove from your life, but Spirit is saying that this is someone that's about to re-enter, someone that is at a distance from you physically and emotionally. Open up your heart, it'll help you attract more love. Okay. Sorry, I just got a message. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. But no, it's not the right time under they'll be back. So I think that you're being led to open up your heart about this, because for open up your heart, it'll help you attract more love under water sign, which is all about deep emotions. I think that perhaps something that you've closed your heart off to for a long time, you're starting to open it up again to the possibility. Can I get one more for distance, please? Okay, so this is someone that's made you feel used, and that's what created the distance here. And perhaps it's not the right time yet because, yeah, you got commitment on the bottom. Things are getting serious. So I think this is someone that you really did have a serious commitment with, someone that you really saw forever with, like I said in the beginning. And how I said that when they say, oh, you deserve better than me, or if we break up, it's going to have to be you. It's like they say these things and in the moment you think it's romantic, but then you realize later that they were saying that as almost like a warning to be like, I'm actually not going to step up and be better for you. I'm going to give you the bare minimum or less, and then act like I always told you you deserved better, or I always told you you were gonna have to be the one to break up with me. And it's just like this person made you feel so used and so unappreciated, and it caused that physical distance, that emotional distance. And I think that this person's about to come back into your life, but Spirit is saying it's not the right time. So it's not even necessarily that this isn't your person as such. It's more just that they're not, I don't think they're ready yet. I think even the way that they approach you might make you feel even more used, especially if they come in not really addressing what happened here. All right. What's your current energy? I just want to get you a spirit animal first. What is the main collective's current energy? What energy are they in, please? And then I want to get messages to see what this person wants to say to you. The fox and the panther. I've not had the panther before. Look at its eyes. Wow. With the black egg on the bottom, speaking your truth. This egg is all about throat chakra and speaking the truth, being your authentic self. Okay. The fox. And the fox is a very loyal partner. They're very dependable and faithful. Smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. When in balance, magical, ingenious teacher, monogamous. When out of balance, sneaky and unsure of their identity. To bring into balance partnership and connection. So perhaps as well, you've been longing for partnership, you've been longing for connection, and you've been afraid to kind of open yourself up to that because of how this person left you feeling in the past, but they're wanting you to open up your heart here. I want to say Panther's fire. It must be. Okay. Wow, annihilation of the unnecessary. And that's the clean sweep. You're removing all the crap from your life. You've been working hard at removing things, people, bad habits, patterns. The Panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnant. You're removing that stagnant energy. This is like a rapid fire, like, let's do this healing. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc. So that's the thing too. It's like if they've been nudging you to remove certain people and things from your life for a long time, clear out bad habits, addictions maybe, they've had to rip it out of your life because you haven't, it's like a tower moment. We keep trying to show you, nudge you to remove this stuff from your life and you haven't been, so we're just going to rip it out ourselves. With the ultimate intention of bringing us toward more fulfilling lives. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating, but after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the Panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences and they've made us better people. Trust that the Panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. When in balance, brave and productive. When out of balance, self-destructive. And maybe that was what you were in for a long time, being very self-destructive. To bring into balance, get rid of the unnecessary. Again, that broom. They're trying to get you to sweep away the people, the places, sweep away internally what's been damaging you and keeping you in bad habits and bad behaviors. They want to just purge it all out. But this is your current energy, so I think this is what you're going through right now. Okay, so let's see these unspoken messages. I wish I could be honest about what I truly want. I feel like this is you. I'm afraid of getting hurt again. Yeah, this is you. I worry that I ruined everything. Sorry, message. I'm scared you've moved on without me. I'm feeling compelled to say, I feel like you are the water sign. Let's keep going. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those readings where it's like you might see yourself in both parts. Like, I'm getting confused over who's the main collective and who's the person connected to you. But yeah, so under I wish I could be honest about what I truly want, you've got I'm scared you've moved on without me. So that tells me that there's been some time here. Sorry. Getting lots of messages this morning. I'm afraid of getting hurt again. I can't let go of the resentment I feel. So this is where I feel as though it still could be both of you, because there's something about those things I said, you deserve better than me, or you deserve, or what was the other thing I said? It was, if we break up, it's going to have to be you that does it, kind of thing. And it leaves you with that feeling, oh, they're never going to leave me, they love me so much, they'll always fight for this. But in reality, that when they treat you badly, they force you to leave in the end. It's like you have a lot of resentment over how this person treated you. And I think as well, there's a lot of things that haven't been spoken about. Like, this is the unspoken messages. So I feel like as well, however things ended, you've never even been able to get off your chest how much this person hurt you. I worry that I ruined everything. Yeah, I'm angry at how things ended. I admire your strength and courage. Hang on, let me get one more for that. I still believe we can fix this. And I wish you had understood my side of the story. So there is so much that hasn't been talked about here. I wish I could undo the past. I feel like this person, or if it's you, I feel like this is what you're needing to release. It's like on one hand, you're burdened with what you've done here to create hurt in a situation. Unless the person I'm speaking to, you're the one that said to your person, you deserve better, or you said to them, if we break up, it's going to have to be you. These are things that you said, and it was because you knew deep down that you weren't ready to step up and be the person that was connected to you did deserve. So instead of being like, okay, I know that I've got things about me that need fixing or changing, but I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to warn this person in a roundabout way to not expect much from me. It just feels like someone who doesn't know how to express themselves properly. And I actually feel like it's like you hold resentment towards this person almost as if you expected them to keep fighting for a situation that you created that they had to leave. But it's kind of that thing where if you two said to each other, you love each other so much, and then this person ended up having to walk away because of how you were treating them, but you resented them because you think in your head, well, you said you loved me and you'd never leave me, but you created the situation that made them have to leave. Does that make sense? which means you haven't fully accepted, I don't know, it's like you have accepted the role you played in this, but you're worried this person's moved on. You're worried that you're not going to get another chance, that you've ruined things, but you still are holding on to resentment. Unless it's the anger and resentment you're feeling towards yourself for causing this situation. But this feels so much like you do not know how to express yourself properly. I wish I could be honest about what I truly want. But you do want to fix this. I think this is, again, that Panther energy where you're needing to purge. You need to clear out all this negativity. Where's that? Hang on, I just want to get this. What is this connection, please? The universe's perspective of this connection. Having fun, trying to fit in, being playful, modelling after others, being whimsical, free-spirited. I just saw a white cat. Twin flame connection. Of course it is. All the cards. I've got 2 decks mixed in together with this. Like, I don't even know how many are in this deck now. It's pretty big. You got the 1 twin flame card. I feel like you as a collective, this collective I'm speaking to, you're someone that, even though you consider yourself free-spirited and perhaps even you see yourself as like a lone wolf, I think that you have so strongly desired to fit in and be part of something, a part of a group of friends or a part of a community, that you've done certain things to be part of a friendship group, or there's something about your authenticity and how you've not been living in it. So of course that would then come out in a relationship where you're telling someone, if you break up, it'd have to be you and you deserve better than me, because it's like, you're not authentically yourself. That Panther energy is ripping through you, trying to get you to your higher self. Trying to get you to see where you've made errors and the people that you've spent time with, and especially modeling after others. It's like, I'm hearing the word show off, like you class clown, like feeling like you have to present a certain way so that you don't seem bothered, or that nothing phases you. There's something about your need to fit in with people, and those certain people have bad habits, addictions, again, maybe that you partook in, certain behaviors that aren't good for you, that have really affected this connection. But this specific connection, this person, they're your twin flame. This is a twin flame connection. You're the yin to their yang, yet they're the yang to your yin. They balance you out. And as well, that's the other thing I'm hearing, you'd go in and out of your authenticity. So when you were with your person, your twin flame, you were your truest, who you are to your core, your beautiful self with this person. But then you'd go back to old habits, or you'd go back to bad behaviors. So it's like they saw the best version of you, and then they'd see the worst version of you. All right, let's keep going. And Sword in the Rose, clarity, truth, revelation. I think they're trying to show you the truth. If not, you already have realized who this person is to you. And I think as well, you want to be honorable. I think this clarity, it's like I'm seeing this as the Ace of Swords. It's like you need to really bring truth to a situation, especially because of that feeling I'm getting that there's been a long time here of no communication with this person, but two, that there's so much unsaid. And I think something's building up now where you're needing to find that strength within to come forward and speak your truth to this person, talk about all the things that were left unsaid here. But there's an element of you needing to be honorable about it, because perhaps how things ended with this person was anything but honorable, or the way you acted after things ended was anything but honorable. There's an element of them trying to encourage you, trying to guide you towards being truthful with yourself and with this person. Take a chance. That's exactly what I mean. They want... because this is the universe's perspective, remember. They're saying this is a twin flame connection. They want you to go to this person with truth and honor. They want you to go for it. They want you to take a chance. Take that risk that you're afraid to take. But set your intention for a positive outcome here. It's not to be like, I'm not allowed to be nervous or anxious about approaching this person, but still set the intention that you're going to have a positive outcome from this communication with this person. You can't win if you don't play. It's kind of like that saying, if you don't ask, the answer's always no. Sunglasses, you've been spying on them. You've been watching them. And that's all my spying cards. It's like, you don't, and this is where the honor comes in. You have not been watching them from your main account. It's not as if they know, oh, they're always looking at my stories or they're always commenting on my stuff, because they don't know it's you. Or their intuition might tell them maybe you're watching, but they don't know that you are, because you're using fake profiles. So you have constantly been checking in on this person, trying to keep tabs on them. So focused on what they're doing, you haven't been focusing on what you need to do to grow. And that's what you've been forced to do now. And on the other side of that, remember, you've got that happiness, the sun card, new beginnings with the rabbit. When you bring truth to the table and you have this clear conversation and you act as the person that you always saw yourself as the person your person saw you as, that potential in you, act as that. Be that person. Be that honorable person that acts with integrity and honesty and pride in a good way, where you know that you're doing the right thing. Because this energy is still running energy. They're wanting you to take a chance here. The Sword and the Rose. What is this truth, this clarity, please? Stabbed in the back. And friendship came out together. So I actually think that there's been a situation where you felt stabbed in the back by a friendship, especially when it comes to this twin flame connection. And I think as well, if you prioritize this friendship over this person, this twin flame, and then they stabbed you in the back, that's given you that of course is the Panther energy. They've come ripping through, bringing you truth about a situation of a friendship that you were misaligned with, that you prioritized over your person. the truth of the situation is this friendship was never a friendship. They stabbed you in the back. I'm hearing as well, they could also, you feel stabbed in the back by this person, perhaps if they, so say for instance, when things ended and this person was really hurt by you and they vented to someone or someone's about how you treated them, and then you feel betrayed by them or stabbed in the back because they needed someone to talk to about how you treated them. It doesn't really make sense, does it? And then one of the people that had bad opinions about your connection, someone you were very loyal to, thought was a solid friendship, a true friendship, maybe even saw them as family and would do anything for them, was not that actually. They stabbed you in the back. This is heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking, attack, and you're looking at this situation being, why the F was I loyal to this person, prioritise this person over this person who only ever wanted the best for me? And that truth had to come to light so that you would wake up to yourself. Okay, so let's get your actual feeling, how you're seeing this person's twin. What's your true intentions here? What is your true intentions here? Angel numbers and symbols, and I said that before, number 8, so August could be significant. I'm receiving many messages about you through numbers, symbols, and images. The universe is showing me my way back to you and you back to me. Positive movement forward, setting the intention of a positive outcome, divinely guided towards union, multiple messages through different forms. The main theme that's been showing up throughout this is being honest and getting divinely guided to be honest and take action here. And it's funny because that Sun card is the divine masculine. The moon is the feminine, the sun is the masculine, and the masculine's the go-getter. They take action. They go towards what they want. And they persevere. What's this one? Reinvention. Again, that Panther energy. They're ripping through everything that needs to be removed. You've got that Broom card, remember? Getting rid of the unwanted. Clearing that negative energy. Number 69, I'm trying to reinvent myself and release the old me. Good, that's good. I took you for granted, disappointed you, and deserted you when you needed me the most. And I think that's where you're stuck, because you know you did this to this person, but then you still have resentment towards them. That needs to be cleared out. I want to come back to you stronger so I can build something better with you. This is really good. I really do think you're in that energy of wanting to be a better person and be, not just to reunite with your person, but to feel good within yourself. Inner child healing, perfect. 23, I have made and used excuses in order to control or sabotage our connection. But now I realize the only way to heal is to mend, acknowledge, and forgive my past. Exactly. Going inside to explore our authentic feelings and parts of us that may have been rejected and labelled as inappropriate or too much by others, especially our caregivers. This is so good. This to me really reflects on that very opening message where I said you have been clearing out everything that does not serve you anymore. People, places, situations, bad habits, addictions, all of the above. You've been clearing out all this stuff, and you've been guided the whole way through. You've been seeing messages, images, numbers, music, movies. All these things have been giving you little nudges to say you're on the right track. Keep going, keep going. You've been guided through this reinventing of yourself and doing the work, the hard work on healing those parts of yourself to reinvent the person you are. It's like a big overhaul of your internal and external world. Sentimentality, so you're reminiscing. The memories of us bring me joy but agony at the same time. I think about you continuously and you are never far from my thoughts. Number 51. Having a hard time letting go, examining photos and thinking about the past, and that's that spy card. Strong emotional feelings while thinking about memories. So it's kind of like you have great memories with this person and you think of them fondly, but there's a tinge of sadness because they're not in your life anymore. And that feels like it's a driving force too. And you might have had things come up on your phone recently of your person, memories that you share, or you have photos saved of things that you guys did together. Magical and powerful. I used to limit my goals and place myself in a box based on what I was told I was capable of. Since meeting you, my views have expanded and I'm trying to dream big. Because of you, I know I deserve more. Under reinvention, that's magical. This has so much potential to it. And I think this to me is a big fat, you're doing the right thing. Keep working on yourself because a new beginning is on its way. Keep setting that intention that a good outcome is on its way for you. Inner child healing. Victim mentality, and that's under the inner child healing. So this is where that having resentment towards this person still lingers a bit because you hurt this person and then you resent them for having to walk away, but you left them no choice, and then you play the victim. So this is where you need to, this is I think maybe even the last thing that you're needing to clear out here. I just can't. I'm feeling hopeless and helpless. There is nothing that I can do. Life is what it is and we just have to accept our circumstances. Wrong. And this is maybe has been your mentality for a long time. This is my lot in life. This is just what keeps happening to me. Everyone uses me. And you just have this self-pity party in your head where it's just like every time something bad happens, it's like, yeah, of course, this stuff always happens to me. It's always going to be this way and I can't change it. Wrong. That's the energy you need to shift out of. You're not the victim. You can change your circumstances whenever you want to. Feels stuck and has a negative attitude. I think that victim mentality comes from your inner child trauma because you didn't feel seen and heard properly. And maybe perhaps you were always made to feel like your feelings were too much for people to handle. That happens a lot with parents of that generation. But anyway, thinks life is against them and has difficulty coping, believes they have no control over things that happen to them and blames others. And this is where you need to move out of that mentality, blaming everyone else around you all the time instead of taking accountability for the pain that you've caused. And this is what doing the inner child healing is all about. Those trigger points for you need to be not fully healed. You're going to get triggered in life, but handling things different, not playing the victim or throwing a tantrum when things aren't seemingly going your way, or treating someone badly. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You preemptively told this person basically that you weren't going to treat them well. Then when you treated them so badly that they had to leave, you then resent them for leaving and then think, everyone always leaves me, this always happens to me, but you did it, you caused it. That is something I think, though, that's the only card that is kind of like alarming. Everything else to me feels like you are doing the work on yourself. Difficult differences. So again, if you and this person have different opinions or different outlooks on life, to not see it as such a negative thing. Our differences drove us apart, and it angered me that you didn't understand where I was coming from. And that's like in this part where one of the cards was, I wish you understood my side of the story. It still pains me that we can't come to an agreement even if we love each other. Number 12, this is miscommunication. You feel a certain way and you have your truth, and they feel a certain way and they have their truth. It's about hearing each other. Not just, you can hear someone, but are you actually listening? Because that's the difference. It's like, if they say to you, you hurt me when you did this, this, and this, and it made me feel like this, this, and this, it's not for you to say, no, you're wrong, I did this and I said this because of this. You're invalidating it. You can say, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That wasn't my intention. I said this and I shouldn't have, but it was coming from a place of whatever. Explain yourself, but you don't belittle their side. And the same for them. They need to be able to hear your side too and come to some kind of middle ground. And I think that's where you butted heads with this person a lot, because you both felt this way you felt about things. And so because you were both so wrapped up in how you felt about things in that situation, you couldn't hear each other. Okay. Actually, I want to get one more. Chaser. Number 48. I don't know what I did to push you away. You do know what you did to push them away. Was it something I did? Was it something I said? You told me this is exactly what I was seeing in my head. You told me you loved me and you never felt this way before. Then why did you leave me? Because of what you did and said to this person. You put them in a position where they had to leave. And then you're like, oh, everyone always leaves me, but you pushed them to leave you. Feels unwanted and self-blames. That's that victim mentality. Feeling pain and hopelessness in the confusing situation. Feeling empty and lost without twin. Experiences dark night of the soul. And that's what you're going through. I think this Panther energy is you being ripped through to your core, because it has to happen. You need to remove this energy. But chase is good, because I feel like you're ready to actually take action towards this person. It's just this last ditch effort to remove that resentment, that victim mentality. Free will. Number 60. I want to be able to make my own decisions and not feel bounded by our connection, nor the opinions of others. I'm not ready to commit and I'm unsure of what the future holds. So this is why you got that, no, it's not time. Independently taking action regardless of efforts, having the capacity to make their own decisions without constraints from others. And maybe they've felt kind of caged in by their family and people around them all their life. So the thought of being in a serious commitment with you right now is something they don't feel capable of doing, because they want to feel free to move a certain way. Well, this is you I'm talking to. Okay, so let's get this Twin Flame deck. What does this collective need to surrender to, please? Number 4, patterns. Clearing patterns. My inner child was wounded when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way I needed them to. I'm reacting from that wound. That is exactly what came out here, that victim mentality, inner child healing, pushing someone away and then acting surprised or acting like you're the victim because they left you. Those kinds of things come from inner child wounds, childhood trauma, and these are the patterns that you need to heal. I think that's why now is not the right time, because this is something you're still working through right now. Because then when your twin flame didn't respond in the way you liked, you would throw a tantrum or you'd be mean, and that pushes them away. But that's your reaction to a wound that you have, so you need to address those wounds. You've got to remember, in the first part, when you clear all this out, you will be happy. Number 11, when I look into your eyes, I see the universe and it activates me. Number 10, closing a cycle, union. We must remember that we are gods, goddesses, and work to embody that energy. Patterns. 10 again. I'm afraid you're going to meet somebody else before I'm ready to be with you for good. So that's the second time I'm afraid you're going to move on. You've moved on. You're really scared that this person just doesn't feel the same way that they used to for you. But at the same time, you're not ready to step up and be with them yet. Trust in the outcome. Set the intention that you will get the outcome you desire as long as you do the work on yourself. 4th of October. These are the shadow parts of us that we have to heal through. Number 9, so the 11th of September. Karmic ties. We have a past life connection. Memories are surfacing either consciously or subconsciously. 4 again. So you've got 4, 4 and 10, 10. I'm trying to connect you and give you a message. Can you hear me? Telepathic messages. 4 on the bottom. 4, 4, 4. You could be seeing that a lot. You're being guided through this. 4, 4, 4 is that your team are guiding you through this. That you are on the right track. Keep doing the work. Just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those around me. Okay. What is your advice for this collective, please? Moving forward. The magician. You're the magician. You can create your reality. You're the architect of your reality. You can manifest whatever you want. 7 of Swords, but just get out of the denial. I'm also seeing this as self-betrayal, betraying yourself by being deceitful, by lying, by sneaking around. And the magician can also be quite manipulative. So if you have manipulative tendencies because you feel like that's the only way you're going to get what you want, again, shadow self needs to be worked on. But this is also jack of all trades and a problem solver. So I feel like they're saying to you, you don't need to trick people that truly love you into getting what you want. And stop deceiving yourself over the ability for you to change, because you can and you are. You're actively trying to heal these things. Maybe you smoke cigars. Okay, Knight of Cups, so romantic lover, possible player, Prince Charming, proposal, true love, trustworthy. This is who, well, not the player part, obviously, maybe that's how you've been behaving, but you are someone that can be trustworthy. For that to come out after 7 of Swords, which is all about deceit and lying, and this is what I mean about, it's like there's 2 sides to you. The version of you that your person fell in love with, and then the version of you that's dark, your shadow side that you always... It's not about suppressing it, it's about learning how to work with it so that you're not letting it control you. Because this is what comes out in you when you're feeling triggered and you start to feel like you're losing control of a situation, so you become deceptive. But you need to focus more on this side of you. Oh, my lackey just broke. Maybe something just broke. for you, or you're about to have a breakthrough. I heard that clearly. Magician. Two of Swords. So being blinded to the situation isn't helping you. You can remove the blindfold whenever you want. This is about making a choice, yes or no. Your inability to make a clear decision has hurt this person in the past, and in the end hurt you. So there's no need to be confused over this. Stop avoiding the future that you could have. You're not trapped. You're not that's that victim mentality. You're not trapped. You can change your circumstances whenever you want. King of Cups under the Seven of Swords. Beautiful. Emotionally intelligent, intuitive, passionate, devoted, faithful, leadership, reliable. You've gone from a Knight of Cups to a King of Cups. So good. You're evolving. That's that Cancer card. Or why did I say Cancer card? Maybe you're a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, but you got water signs, remember? So I said in the beginning, I feel like you are the water sign. Two of Cups, union, divine union. Union, harmony, soulmate connection, happy relationship, reconciliation in love. With the King of Swords on the bottom, but he's more logical. Like, he uses his intellect over his heart, and he's a bit more practical, head over heart basically. But with all these cups here, I really feel like you're going to come at this with logic, but you're going to lead with your emotions, as in not out of control, but meaning, because this is emotionally intelligent, remember? So I feel as though you're going to have a good balance of using your head and your heart when it comes to moving forward with this person. Can I get one more, please? This is really good, actually. Eight of Wands. Quick communication, messages, communication, social media, fast. This is fast movement, good news. Quick karma, fast moving, positive news. Yes, now's not the right time, but this is coming. You're going to be ready real soon. Once you drop the burdens. 10 of Wands. The hard work that you're putting in now, that effort and the sacrifices you're making now to be better, if you keep having that willpower to persevere, that divine masculine energy, and walk away from the things that don't serve you, you can drop those wands and you will see the effort and the sacrifice and the hard work pays off, and then you'll race towards this person. Okay. Let's get a timing card, actually. Timing on this connection, please. Divine timing is at play. Next month. Tomorrow. Patience required. Okay. Divine timing is at play. Okay, where's my... here. Let's close this out. What is the closing message for this collective, please? Trust the universe. Divine timing is at play. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours yet, but the universe is at play. Have faith and breathe. Keep doing the work. You're on the right track.